There's a good chance I'll have a fight today since we went driving through all those zombies. Is that a zombie? Oh, it's a dead zombie. That's fine. Yeah, if anyone were to take medical advice from Project Zomboid and the way you behave in this game, you would not do well in life. Because like working out until you're in absolute pain and then choking down painkillers to keep going is not a sound strategy. That is a very much did you want to need serious medical attention strategy? Well, this is how you do it. I am on the north end of Ekron, which is a city kind of in the middle of the map. Let's see. Don't need any of those books. Yep, I can show you where it is in the map here in just a moment, trying to sort out stuff. Do we have anything else we can really eat? I don't want to eat the maple syrup just as food, but if we have to, we have to. Oh, do we have a spear on us, or is it there? Okay. Alright, so let me show you where Ekron is in the map, because it's not labeled. So if we look at our map, so you've got Riverside up here, West Point, Muldrow, Rosewood, Midridge. Ekron is right here. It's a smaller city, but it's got, you know, a bookstore, a rural supply store, a hardware store, a pharmacy. So it's got like a lot of really good stuff. Its own gas station. And if you're trying to find it, if you leave Riverside and you go south towards Rosewood, you'll pass right through it. And then you also have over here, you've got the mall, the campgrounds, Valley Station, and Louisville. And I don't know what the name of that place is, but there's that place too. Yeah, so it's just basically halfway point between Rosewood and Riverside is where Ekron is. But a low to medium-ish pop of zombies. And it has like a bookstore and a police station, a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's a really good starting town for if you're doing a longer run, because you can get most of your early stuff there. Yeah, Ekron is fantastic for getting... Yep, and for doing our 16x pop, like, I am very strategic in choosing this specific base location, because it's middle-ish of the map, which is very useful. I need to do it. Yep, it's right in the middle of the map. It's got a little bit of everything. The zombie pops are manageable. Why no fish? Why you no let me fish? So the reason I'm trying to fish now is that dusk and dawn you have a higher chance of catching fish, so you want to be fishing during dawn. Because you only gain, like, any real skill fishing when you catch something. So I definitely want to try and catch what we can. Hey, a big pike. That immediately was entirely too much weight. Considering that pike weighs 13.59 kilograms. A second big pike. Rip my knees. That's 26 kilograms in 2 pike. It's a shame you don't get, like, your XP based on the weight of the fish. Yeah, Dixie, the like the trailer park Dixie and all that, that's not bad. Like the trailers are actually really good for getting yourself started as well. Because sure, each trailer doesn't have that much, but it's like a house where you get a little bit of everything, and then there's a whole bunch of them and not a whole lot of space. Yep. Nah, trailers are definitely good loot. I mean, Jakari, the game uses kilograms. This is not 11 pounds. This is 11 kilograms. Like, that is canon. I mean, it's also telling us how big the fish is in centimeters. Alright, I think we're done trying to catch stuff for this part of the day. Wait, you can fish in pools of water? I have never noticed that before. Yeah, so we have 25 kilograms of fish that we can eat here. Yep, Rainbow Octavian. That is the catch. Like, when the drought shows up, it messes up everything in, Timberborn. So you have to, like, plan for drought. It takes so long to loop because the fish is so heavy. So I should be reasonable on this eating, but we're just going to eat a 15 kilogram pike, or 13 kilogram pike, in one sitting. Don't worry about it. Oh, we're stuffed for some reason. I couldn't imagine why. I can only imagine trying to sit there and wolf down, like, an entire pike, just, like, sit there and be like, yes, this whole thing's going in my mouth. Huh. Our calories seem to have gone up tremendously in the last minute. I couldn't imagine what we've done. 20-pound fish right in your mouth. Yeah, this is fine. Why? What could possibly be wrong with this? Alright, so I say I chop down more of these trees. Get ourselves more of a visible range. I think it's like full to bursting. I couldn't imagine why. Oh yeah, that was another thing I did appreciate about Timberborn is you didn't have to like power each and every individual building. Like you could just, because that's the first thing I expect is like, oh, I'm gonna have to run these like gearing to all of the buildings. It's like, oh no, it's fine. You can just run it to the side of the building. That's good enough. As long as you get to one building, the whole block can be powered. Like that game made a lot of decisions that are counter to the way most of those games make their decisions, and they were pretty awesome. Alright, so we're doing good in our carpentry, getting our base up and all that. Yep, Rainbow Octavian. I agree. They didn't just arbitrarily make the game hard. They're like, look, there's a reason you have to do this, and the stuff you don't have to do, like, we're not going to make it a pain in the butt. Like, it's very much managing the water and food is 90% of the game. Like, production is something you can effectively wait on. It's no rush. And I think we're getting sick because we're around all the bodies, which is fair. We're also getting very hot, which is, you know, fair. We're cutting down trees and all that. Alright, we just need one more plank and we'll have this walled in. And then it's just a matter of building some doors so we can actually fish off of here without being in danger, dragging a bed from somewhere in there. So we're making really good progress. Oh, I also need to update our to-do, because we've got our bag. Alrighty, Hickey. Here's hoping that it was just a minor injury, no zombie plague to follow. So was it a scratch or a laceration? Ah, scratch, you're probably fine. It's only 7%. Just pretend everything's fine until it's proven not to be. Okay, so we need to sit down and recover some stamina for a little bit. Then I need to hunt down some hinges and doorknobs so we can put some doors on our building. And actually, I'm going to eat food real fast. I'm not going to fast forward. And I am carrying way too much, but I really can't do much about this giant fish we have. Yeah, just the fish being in our inventory still has us at fairly light load when we've gotten rid of our backpack entirely. Add smell to the game. So like a mechanic where like the zombies could hear you, or the zombies could smell you kind of thing. I think that's fair. The question would be the range on it though. Because like if you make the range way too much it'd be ridiculous, but if you made it just a little bit like, you know, you're hiding in the other room, that they would find you based on smell would be pretty interesting. Gotcha, you're saying like if I, you know, am 10% dirty, like after so much time being dirty, I would hit some threshold, it's like, okay, you're at mild gross smell. And then, you know, another 10%, it's like, okay, moderate gross smell. I get down with that. That we are. What was I even going after right now? We've got planks. Oh, right. I was going after, doorknobs and, hinges and stuff like that. So basically taking apart doors. No, that's a metal door, of course it is. I'm pretty sure I didn't see any doorknobs or hinges in here. I don't think they sell them. And I know there's a pickaxe there. We'll come back for that later. Glad to hear. It's good to hear that, like, you know, it helps. Because I do try and be, like, informative type thing. Talk through my thought process. All that kind of stuff. Which really does help a lot of people, you know, get going and all that. But yeah, Ehiki, if you go, I think it's more than 12 hours with no symptoms, then I believe you're in the clear for the zombie plague. Did you seriously not give me any hinges? Oh, come on, game. Oh yeah, no, I agree. Like, I made the comment to a bunch of my friends I played with. They're like, oh, I don't know if I'm really doing well. And I'm like, look, I died way more than any of you had died when you started. Like, none of the people I played with have anything to be ashamed of. Like, I've died way more when I was starting. And that wasn't harder difficulty settings or whatever. Hydrate can do. And we got push-ups, so I'll get those out of the way. Now, I made the comment that I am, at some point I'm going to up the amount of push-ups I have to do per cash-in kind of thing, and it probably will jump up to 10. I saw the zombie in the back and just trying to not have to deal with it. Nope, I'm not gonna lose characters to, stuff like that. I need 2 more hinges. I just realized we need 3 doors. So I still need 2 more hinges, but we're gonna go back with what we've got now. Yep, no, it was a suggestion. People were like, hey, you know, you should have it where we can get you to do push-ups. Like, I should have it where you guys can make me do push-ups. And it works out well because there's a New Year's resolution I have with me and my brothers where we're all basically trying to egg each other on to be better about our health and all that, so... the goal is 10,000 push-ups by the end of the year, so... Yep, no, I'm still playing outdoors. I just want to head back because of the very heavy load. The count? I have to check, actually. I'm coming up on 400 push-ups for the year so far. But I had a late start, so... Because before I had it as a redemption thing, the problem I had was I would start stream and like just randomly taking 30 seconds to like stop and do push-ups mid-stream again and again would get tiresome for everyone. You know, I could do a push-up counter. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, maybe between stream what I'll do is I'll have like a push-up counter for the stream and a push-up counter for the year kind of thing. Ihiki, not quite the same. Some have different amounts of insulation and that kind of stuff. Like, for protecting you from zombies, yes. But for, like, other stuff, they do have differences. Alright, so I still need 2 more hinges. Let's ditch some more stuff in the van. Yep. Now, the plan is I'm going to put those 3 doors on. That way I can have a fishing spot that also lets me see out where zombies are. And I'll have a room that we can actually sleep in. And then we'll expand that at some point. I don't need 2 duffel bag. Rainbow Octavian, no. you just plant the chestnut trees, and then I can't remember if there's like a collector for chestnuts or how that works. I did remember I was getting them, but the chestnut trees are their own thing. We keep going back into Queasy because we keep going by the corpses. I need to have our character sit down again. Yeah, as long as you don't have anyone cutting down your chestnut trees, you're good. Let's put the hand axe away for now, because I need to get that fish into our bag. Grab one of the lighters back. That should help us out. Imagine if you dedicated to piling those corpses in no. Like, that was the thing. People are like, you know, if you move the bodies, it's like, you don't understand how many corpses we're dealing with here. It's like, I understand the mechanics behind the corpses, but we're also talking a volume problem. There are some planks that we can use for doors. But I do want to check down here so we can get our 2 hinges. Because we can. I think it's work on building all 3 doors. Yes. If you stay around corpses enough, you will get queasy. It's not necessarily a volume thing so much as proximity thing. So, like up there, it's because they're just around corpses so much. It's one of the things, like, you can have just one corpse, but if it's, like, sleeping, like, if you're in bed next to it kind of thing, it will get you nauseous after a while. And it'll keep getting worse until you spend some time away from the corpses. Yep, so first thing I did is he isolated the part of the place that we couldn't check all at once. I'm not going to worry about grabbing all the food and everything. There's going to be good stuff in here. I just want hinges. Now, if you stack all the corpses outside in one spot, that's fine. You just stay away from that spot. And, like, it's not a big deal, because you notice, like, I'm already not queasy again. It's only if you're, like, stuck around corpses a lot. So the thing that gets me in trouble with the bases... It gave me 3 planks. The thing that gets me in trouble with the bases we have is we'll have corpses, like, literally everywhere around where we're at, which gives us nowhere to get away from the corpses. So, do we get the bed? Probably not. Nope, both pieces had a 45 chance of successfully picking up, or a 45 chance of failure, and we failed in both of them. Give me the hinges. Yeah, it's the same way with like the little radio. I feel like I should be allowed to clip the little radio to my belt, and that would work. There's our hinges. Cool.